School family. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to your Friday announcements. And we have Mr. Bauer's class doing the Pledge of Allegiance, so I'm going to let them take that away first. Thank you so much to Mr. Bauer's class for taking the time to do that. And gee golly, friends, can you believe that today, a year ago, Miss Afai, who's me, hopefully you know that by now, decided to make weekly video announcements to the day. It's like bonkers. I don't know how I didn't realize that. Like, I knew we were in quarantine for a year, but I didn't realize I've been doing these videos exactly a year on this Friday. So check out young, impressionable Miss A. She didn't know what she was getting into with this whole quarantine business and with all this COVID stuff. And I'm sure a lot of you didn't know either. But what I always say is that I am so grateful that you all still continue to send in good news. It keeps me connected to you. Hopefully it keeps you connected to us. Wild, right? Any hoodle. I have a special news bulletin from our music maven, Mr. Brzezinski. I'm gonna let him take it away right now.
Oh, hi, Miss A. Today I have an announcement for third graders who have been waiting so patiently for their recorders. Finally, next week is time to come and pick them up. So next week on Thursday, March 25th, from 1:30 to 3 p.m., I will be outside the front entrance to Washington School with your recorders so you can come by and pick them up. If it's cold or rainy outside, I'll be inside the building, but at the front entrance also. So next Thursday, the 25th, from 1:30, anytime between 1:30 and 3 p.m., you can come and pick up your recorders if you are in third grade, and there will be more details in the email that you should have by the time you're seeing this. Cool? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. B, for sending that in. Also, quick reminder to students that all teachers are reporting back to Washington School on Monday. That does not mean you are not reporting back just quite yet, but we are. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is there may be some technical difficulties, there may be some technology issues. So I just want to make sure that you are aware to give your teachers some patience, to give them some grace, and to send them some love if they're having some technical difficulties. So again, let's all be patient, let's all work in this together, and let's see how that goes, right? But again, please do it with patience and do it with love. Reminder that today we are rocking our socks in honor of World Down Syndrome Day and our girl Nicole Santos in second grade. So I can't wait to see all of you guys rocking your socks again in honor of World Down Syndrome Day and in support of Nicole. Make sure you send in your photos to safai@kearneyschools.com by 3 p.m. for a feature on our social media platforms. And again, thank you so much to Nicole for hosting this wonderful event. I love it. It rocks my socks. See what I did there? Also, reminder that today the Kearney Library has partnered up with us for our new Friday Fun Day event. And they are hosting an animal show that's just for Washington School students. So the event is on Zoom and it's happening at 1:30. The link is in my Google Classroom post as well as my counseling site, so you can find it there. If you want the link and you can't find it on either of those platforms, you can email me at safai@kearneyschools.com, but please make sure you do that by noon so I can make sure you get the information if you can't find it on your own. And I can't wait. And again, huge props to the library director, Mr. Humphreys, and also huge props to the Kearney Public Library for partnering up with us. We are so appreciative of your support and giving us this event just for us. That's amazing. Thank you. I had the honor of handing out some prizes this past Tuesday for our past two spinner winners, for Kahoot winners, for Bingo Bonanza, and for our Epically Epic winners. I was able to hand some of them out directly to you guys, and it was just so nice to see you all. And here are some photos I received of you guys with your prizes. I hope you enjoyed them. Also, before we get into birthdays, here are some photos of our students and staff rocking their green gear in honor of St. Patrick's Day. Let's take a look. Now, on to some birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Don't forget that you can email me or you can send a picture to our Washington School Instagram for a story feature for your birthday. And all of our birthday pictures are saved in a highlight on our Instagram. First, on March 16th, we had 2 teacher birthdays. Mrs. Severino and Mrs. Merigliani both are birthday twins and shared a birthday on that day, and we hope you had a wonderful birthday. On March 17th, Isabella Duarte from 3rd grade, Brian Martina Disla from 2nd grade, and Nayeli from kindergarten from Miss Stanley's room all had birthdays. On March 18th, our beautiful Mrs. Bellinger celebrated a birthday. On March 19th, Ricky Contreras Gonzalez from 6th grade, as well as Joan Diaz Marte from 2nd grade celebrated a birthday. On March 20th, Miss Sersvik, who is subbing right now for Miss Merigliani, is celebrating a birthday. And thank you so much to Mayar for sharing that with me. And on March 21st, Nicholas Russell from 2nd grade for room 201 is celebrating a birthday. And I hope you guys had and will have awesome birthday celebrations filled with delicious, delectable, divine soda bread. You know, St. Patrick's Day. It's cake. I was trying to catch you. I was trying to trick you guys, you know. I'm sure it didn't work. Now on to some grade level news and some grade level shout outs from pre-K. Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Lucia would like to give a shout out to Elijah. Elijah has been working incredibly hard learning about the letters of the alphabet and practicing his number skills. Elijah is such a fun student to work with, and he joins each class session ready to learn and work. Keep doing great work, Elijah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that good news. A little piece of good news from 1st grade. Mrs. Hogan wants to shout out her class. She is proud of her class for reading 1,100 books on Epic. And my friends, that is pretty epic. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is amazing. I think I'm on book 7 now. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. On to some good news from Miss Crawford from 2nd grade. She wants to shout out Zaid Dabaji. Zaid has reached 100% progress on ST Math. Way to go, Zaid. That is awesome. I'm sure Gigi the Penguin is super proud of you too. See, I know things occasionally. Also, Miss Weiss wants to shout out my boy, John Delara. John saw that a classmate was upset and went out of his way to ask them what was wrong and used kind words to help them feel better. It warmed Mrs. Weiss's heart. And guess what, guys? It warmed my heart too. That's beautiful and that's awesome. And thank you, John, for doing the work by being a kind kid without ever being asked to do that. So awesome work, my friend. Some good news from 3rd grade, and my Queen of Kindness, Mayar. Can't be an episode without something from my girl, Mayar, shouting out somebody or making them feel good about themselves. And she wants to shout out her friend, Grace. Mayar says that she is her best friend and never lets her down. When Mayar moved, she was sad and wanted to move back, but Washington School makes everything fun. That's right. She says, thank you, Grace, for making her brave and happy here. That's beautiful. If only we can make all our friends feel brave like that too. Great work, Grace. Also, Mrs. O'Grady wants to shout out my king of kindness, Evan Rebello da Silva, and she says she wants to congratulate Evan for receiving the quote, Guru of Understanding badge on the Achieve 3000 program. He scored 100% on 20 activities. I could have told that. He's totally understanding whenever I talk to him, so I'm so happy that Achieve has now caught up to what we already knew. But great work, Evan. I love to hear it. On to some fourth grade news. My Queen of the Friday Funnies wanted to make a student shout out, and she said it goes out to the favorite name that Miss A likes to say. If you guys watch this newscast, you should already know that my favorite name to say is Maria Jose Laura de la Rosa. Like, can I be named that? Come on. Anywho, Ava says that she wants to shout her out for being their leader, their rule maker, and a great teacher. Like, Maria, I can't wait to meet you. I've heard so much about you, and I need to hear about some of these rules. Finally, some pieces of sixth grade news. And as always, my girl Mayara wants to shout out her sister Samia, and she says that she is the best sister ever. She has been there every second she's needed her. She is her best friend since the beginning. She loves you with all of her heart, sis. They are what I like to call sister goals. Get into it. And our last piece of good news comes from my girl, Miss Hill, and she wants to shout out Adam Lopes. Miss Hill says Adam is being named her most improved student. His focus and participation has improved tremendously. She is so proud of him. Way to go, Adam. Now, on to some staff shout outs. And before I get into that, I received a special birthday video message for our beautiful Mrs. Bellinger. Let's all watch.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Bellinger. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for sending that in, and happy birthday again to our beautiful Mrs. Bellinger. As we go on to our staff shout outs, our first one comes from, you've guessed it, Mayara Almeida, and she wants to shout out Mrs. Przybylski and Miss Sertzvik. She said they help her a lot to become a great student. They have helped her with a lot of things. She does not know what she would do without them, and they are the best. Thank you so much, Mayara. You always bring such joy to my heart when you send all of your beautiful and kind messages. Mrs. O'Grady wants to shout out Miss Rurella, Mrs. Barbosa, and Mrs. Przybylski. She wanted to say that she loves working together with these amazing ladies. They share her passion and dedication to this profession, and she couldn't do it without their constant support and encouragement. You know what we all like to say, and Mrs. O'Grady said it too, teamwork truly does make the dream work, and it does. It truly does. My Queen of the Friday Funny says that she wants to shout out somebody who loves cake. Who's that? Do I know her? Duh. She also says, who is the funniest person and is the best counselor ever? Could she be talking about me? I hope so. She says she's talking about Miss Apai, and a round of applause to Miss A for being the best counselor Washington School can ask for. Thank you, friend. I'm your only option, but I'm happy that you guys like me. Ava also wants to shout her teacher, Mrs. Ricka, for teaching her stuff in math every day. I love to hear that. Also, finally, our last piece of staff shoutouts comes from Isabella from third grade, and she wants to shout out her teacher, Mrs. O'Grady. Isabella says she is awesome, and she is loving, and she is a caring person. Thank you, girl. I appreciate what you said about Mrs. O'Grady because it's totally true. And Isabella has one last message for Mrs. Przybylski, and she says Mrs. P is awesome, and she cares about us, and she makes us laugh. I mean, what more can we ask from Mrs. P? She is super cool, super kind, and she is super funny. Thank you, Isabel, for sharing those shout outs. We've made it to the end, my friends, to the Friday Funnies. Let's take it away. It's Friday. bam, it's Friday, bam. I'll let her sing it. She sings it better.
Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, weekend. Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the week.
Before we get into announcements, I received a strange video joke message from someone dressed up as a cowboy. Let me just show it and see what you guys think.
Thunder, take a look now at what you've done to me. You used to go and leave me all alone. You never wanted me to tag along. But the
Oh, howdy, Washington School. I didn't see you there. I was in the middle of my karaoke practice. But Miss Afai asked me to come on by and tell you a joke. So first, I must ask you a question. I must ask you a question, get it? How excited was the farmer for spring? Well, he was so excited he wet his plants. Get it? All right, well, I gotta get back to my karaoke, so go on and get.
I believe.
As you guessed already, that is our other Queen of the Friday Funnies, Mrs. O'Grady. I just love when she sends in her video messages. Don't you guys? She's amazing, right? Anywho, on to the rest of the jokes. And I'm going to start with my Queen of the Friday Funnies, Miss Ava Beatty from 4th grade. Her first joke is, what stays in a corner and travels all around the world? A stamp. I truly wished it was me, though. Thanks, Ava. Her next one is, did you hear the joke about the roof? Never mind, it's over your head, as are most of the jokes to me. And her last one is, why did the little boy throw his clock out of the window? Because he wanted to see time fly. And time did fly this year. Anyways, thank you, girl. I appreciate them. And I have a whole bunch from my girl Mayar from 3rd grade, who may soon be the princess of the Friday Funnies. And her first one is, why was it so hot in the basketball stadium? Because all the fans left. And the next one is, why did the Eminem want to go to school? Because he wanted to be a smarty. Smarties. And her last one is, what do you call a sad strawberry? I don't know. A blueberry. Thank you, Mayar. I appreciate that. Our next one comes from Mr. Bauer, and his Friday Funny is, I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. The problem is, I don't know why. Why? Why? Okay. Our next one comes from Sophia Nieto, and it's very appropriate for this St. Patrick's Day edition of this episode. Knock, knock. Who's there? Irish. Irish who? Irish you. A happy St. Patrick's Day. And guys, I don't know if it's hard for you. I literally could not get that one out. Irish you. Irish you. Try it. Maybe it's just me. Thank you, Sophia, for that one. Our next one comes from Aya from 3rd grade, and it's an oldie but a goodie. We've done this one before. Why was the math book sad? Because it had so many problems. Our next one comes from Mrs. Molina from 4th grade, and her Friday Funny is, why did the dog jump into the pool? Because he was a hot dog. Yeah. Thank you. Our last one comes from Mrs. Smith in pre-K, and her Friday Funny is, why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. Right? Thanks, friends. I always appreciate reading the Friday Funnies. And again, a quick reminder, if I did not read your Friday Funny, it's not because I don't love you, because I love all of you, but always make sure you test out your jokes on a friend. I always suggest you Google a joke, like for instance, this week was St. Patrick's Day, and you could have Googled St. Patrick's Day jokes for kids, and you just find your favorite one and send it to me. When you make up your own sometimes, not saying you're not funny, they just don't hit the way they should. So my suggestion is Google them, get them from a joke book, but that again is the reason why I may not have read one if you sent it in. All right, friends, and we again have made it to the end. So don't forget, send me a photo of you rocking your socks in honor of World Down Syndrome Day. And again, for our beautiful Nicole in 2nd grade that's hosting the event. Also, don't forget at 1:30 we have an animal show that is hosted by the Kearney Public Library. And again, thank you so much to the Kearney Public Library for thinking of us. Also, don't forget again that your teachers will be at Washington School this week. You will not be, we will be. And again, if there's any technical difficulties, if there's some things that are glitchy with Google Meets or your work or anything like that, please show them some love. Please have respect for them. Please have patience. And I think that is everything. And as always, friends, I can't believe we made it to a year of this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to say. And as always, friends, don't forget that I love you, your teachers love you, and Washington School loves you. I don't want to touch it. I think I can't tell. Do I do it? I don't want to. I think it's even. Just leave it. We're almost at the end. You could do it. You could do it. Slide on. She's proud of her class for reading over 1,100. No. Knock. Who's there? Irish who? Irish. No. Jeez Louise. He's in a corner and travels all over the world. Not me. Oh, no, sorry, that's not the joke. I ruined it because I wanted to make it about me. Okay. Hi, Washington School family. Happy. It's going to be a fun one. Okay. Log me on. Manage your accounts. Just log me on. Log me on. Hi, friends. No. What do I say? Hi, Washington School. Wow, a whole year, I still don't know what I'm saying.